Accept my advice, follow its precepts, and it will guide you to the right choices. Always remember, no one can take away your acquired conscience and wisdom, but you can lose in an instant the wealth accumulated over the years. Those guided by wisdom know how to protect themselves against the misfortunes of this world. Dear friend, when a worthy person departs this world and their home forever, their example inspires the living. Such a person is among the chosen and is forever blessed. If you enrich your mind and follow my advice fervently, God will never forget you, and people will never cease to love you. Love the counsel of wisdom more than material possessions, for the richer one is, the more anxious one becomes. The greater the greed, the greater the suffering. Pride is always a source of suffering. Remember, the only golden rule is that one remains the owner of one's possessions after death. He who possesses riches denies justice. People are unaware of the extent of their desires. They rarely turn to truth and goodness. He who is able to empathize with the weak is strong-willed. Such people endure hunger, overcome thirst, and all sorrows recede before them. Surrender yourself wholeheartedly to the inexhaustible treasures of the soul, the source of all virtues, and let my words in verse be faithful to you and to me. Dear friend, if you agree with yourself, take a moment, subscribe, share, and leave a comment so I know what you think and what's still missing. Before that, a short quiz on your thoughts. You've already done everything. Well done. So, I ask you a question. Are you ready? Know that the worst feeling in the world is neither loneliness nor pain. The worst is realizing that the person you trusted hates you. And not just that she doesn't like you much or is offended, but that she hates you silently, coldly, from the very depths of her being. When I was younger, I believed that love was the strongest feeling, but with time, I've come to understand that this isn't the case. The strongest is hatred, because it destroys not only the one who suffers it, but also the one who harbors it. Hatred is rarely visible. It's not a shout, an insult, or even an argument. More often than not, it hides in silence, in a glance, in a barely perceptible smile when you're feeling down. It conceals itself beneath politeness, beneath phrases like everything's fine and what are you talking about? I'm not offended. And if you don't see these signs, you will be slowly destroyed. Believe me, when you learn to decipher people's true feelings toward you, you will cease to be a plaything in their hands. The person who hates you smiles more often than anyone else. Since then, I've become more attentive to people, not suspicious. No, simply more observant. Because hatred is an odorless poison. It's invisible until it manifests itself. After 50, you begin to perceive people better. The heart becomes like an antenna, instantly picking up on lies. But sometimes the mind prevents us from seeing the obvious. We justify others because we refuse to believe that one can be hated without reason. But there are always reasons: envy, resentment, fear, a sense of our own insignificance. And the brighter a person shines, the more they attract those who devour their inner light. True hatred is silent. It smiles, it asks how you are, and it even pays compliments. But there's a tiny splinter in every word. It's a game where one is sincere, while the other abuses your trust. In my experience, it all starts with envy, a small, almost innocent envy. All it takes is for someone to notice that you're healthier, that you have a family, a job, or even just the serenity in your eyes, for a little voice inside to whisper, "Why do they have all that and not me?" That's how hatred is born. It grows slowly like rust. On the outside, you see a glimmer of politeness and smiles, but inside, corrosion. And if you don't realize it in time, it will eat away at everything around you. We tend to hide our anger behind a mask of kindness. Wisdom comes with age, but not everyone is able to use it. Many people, after 50, live under the sway of others' emotions because they flee from conflict. They endure it and justify it. Patience isn't always a virtue. Sometimes, it leads to slow self-destruction. Don't look for a logical explanation. It's not a coincidence. The soul perceives danger before the mind.